everybody, I'm Gretchen, and I just want to welcome you to this video about how to do an allocation form for the awesome events that you're planning. So you are not going to hear an awful lot from me today. You're going to hear from Dorian, Melanie, and Celise, and they've put together some really, really great information for you. I just want to encourage you to use this information to show your creativity, create cool events. And remember, you guys are in charge of student government. You do the events you want to do, and make sure that you reach out to any of us or any of your leadership team for any help that you need. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dorian now, and he's going to get you started with all of this.
Okay, before you start to create an allocation for an event, this is not about single person wanting something happen. It is about a group, your club, your advisor, and also at large your college campus, what the students want to see. And it starts out as bringing up the idea of your event or your special thing that you want the college to fund. And you want to talk to your club, talk to the members, talk to the e-board of the club, and also talk to the advisor, because ultimately you're going to have to get the advisor's approval, you're going to have to get the president's approval of the club, and then you move forward to the SGA part of it. And again, it is a team effort. It is about listening to every single one of the people there. And feel free to talk to your advisor about it, and they'll help you guide you through it. Okay, we're going to talk about how to get the form. There's going to be two different forms that you need to get. One is the allocation form that you will find in Teams, and you'll be having to use your school email to get that form through Teams, notify your advisor, and also your college coordinator to get access to the two forms. You will need to get, like I said before, allocation form, and second is a activities form, which will have Celeste show you how to fill out both of those forms.
We are going to be filling out this activity form for allocations. So we're going to be filling it out for the Silly Hats Club. This activity code, usually they will fill out for you. And then right here, you're going to fill out part 1. This is basically a set up AV sound if needed. So if there's any support services that are needed for this activity, other than yourself and whoever is in the club, you would check this. Is there anybody that is outside of the support and services that are needed for this activity?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. And then this says the setup AV sound and or maintenance services are needed form. This is usually more used for in-person events, such as if you're going to need a microphone or if you're going to need a speaker. So but usually, since now we're on Zoom mostly, but this would be for more in person. But is this something that you needed?
No, not for this event.
Okay, perfect. And then this one says money is to be raised and form SSA2. So usually prior to checking this box, if it's a fundraising event, you're going to have to fill in some information prior to turning this in. I'm assuming this isn't one, just because there wasn't a different form turned in before this.
Yeah, that's correct. Where would I find the other form though for future events? Do you know?
I can email you where you can find that out, just so that I can send you to a specific place.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. And then, but I'll send that out to you. And then this says the activity is not sponsored by college. Form. This most likely it's always going to be sponsored by the college because we're allocating money from the college. So we're most likely not going to check this box. Is there any questions so far on this?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, sweet. And then This one is going to basically just ask the title of the activity or the name of what you are doing. What's the title of your activity?
For this event, we're gonna do Silly Hat Society.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And then the next question is just saying, would you like the activity to be posted on the college website? Basically just so that other students are aware of what's going on and so others can join as well.
Yes. Does that also include their other social medias or just the websites?
This one's going to be for the college website.
Okay.
And then, okay, so we're going to check yes. Would you like the activity posted on the campus TV monitor? So basically, so others that are in the school, even though we're mostly remote right now, there are some people that are there at the school. So they're able to actually see what's going on and maybe they can join next time if this ever happens again. Do you want that to be on the TV monitors?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then brief description of the activity that you're doing. So basically just like a quick little summary so people can understand a little bit of the activity and what you're presenting to the student body. What's a quick description of what you're doing?
We'll say every Tuesday we wear a silly hat.
Okay.
How long should the description be? Because the spot looks kind of small. So would you say like a sentence?
Yeah, I mean, just a quick little description. So most likely like a sentence or two, but the less the better, I would say, because prior to this, you'll most likely speak to someone. You're going to have to speak to someone in order to already turn in this allocation form because they're going to be aware of the money that you're asking for.
Yeah.
Okay. And then audience. So this is most likely always going to be the student and the faculty staff. The public, we're most likely not going to do that because this is more targeted toward people that are involved with the school. And then invitation only, we want to make it so that others can get a hold of this event instead of it being only invitation. So it'll most likely 9 times out of 10 be student and faculty staff.
Okay, yeah.
And then the building room or location request, this most likely is just going to be if we are in person. But for example, right now, since we are on Zoom, you can even put Zoom on there. Is this going to be in person or a Zoom event?
A Zoom event for all the classes on Tuesdays.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll put the date of the activity right here. Is there an estimated attendance of how many will be attending? Usually someone will base this number off of past events that are similar to this one that they've seen. How many people that have attended before?
I'd just say on average about 100 just because of the amount of students in classes.
Okay, perfect. And then the date of the activity. So basically just when this activity will take place.
November 22nd. 2020.
Okay, perfect. And
Does
then
it have to be like that? Is there a specific way that you want us to write that?
no. You can just make sure you write the date so that it's properly understood.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, and then the actual time of the activity. So when this activity is starting, maybe if it's in person, then you might have a reserved time to possibly set up tables if you need to start setting up prior. So this is basically going to be the actual time of the activity, not prior to setting up, only when the activity starts.
Okay. 2 p.m.
Okay. And then is there a scheduled time to end this activity, not including cleaning up if it's in person?
Okay. I'll say about 4 p.m. So it gives us a decent amount of time.
Okay, perfect. And then the reserve time. So this is mostly what I was saying earlier, if this is an in-person event and whether you might have to set up a couple of things. So is this in person?
No, this would be over Zoom.
Okay, so we'll just leave this one blank for now. But if you were to set up prior, let's say, you would probably put this time for 12:30 or 1 p.m., whatever time you reserved for the room.
Mhm.
And then schedule to end, counting in the time how much it's going to take to clean up.
Does it have to be exact? Because that only that's exactly 2 hours, but can it differ just in case?
Well, yeah, it can differ for the actual time of the activity. For this one, this is
Okay.
just for like reserve time if you had a room reserved or something like that.
Okay.
And then, so now we're going to move down to the organization club. So what club is sponsoring this activity?
The club's name is Mad Hatter Club.
Okay, cool. And then let's see, responsible staff or sponsor. This is going to be the advisor of the club. Who's the advisor of the Mad Hatter Club?
We'll go Gretchen Samter. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Okay.
Perfect. And then let's see. Okay, and then most like they are going to signature and date this afterwards, so no need to worry about this. You just need to write down the responsible staff.
Okay.
And then this one is the contact person and contact phone number. You can put your number or the advisor's number, whichever one, excuse me, you feel will be in charge of that. So who do you want to put down for the contact person?
Melanie Taylor.
And then for the contact phone number?
727 001 1001.
Okay. And then you don't need to put this.
Okay, so just leave it blank?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so. Yes, you do. And then this is the emergency contact phone number. So this would most likely be the advisor. Do you have the advisor's phone number?
Yes. 77 543 2108.
Okay. And then this is going to be this below and down. This is all going to be approved by the advisors and signed by other people that will be in student affairs and other places of to just approve this this form. So that is pretty much all for this, and after this it'll be sent out. Is there any questions that you had about this?
Am I able to send this over email or through the college website?
Yes, you'll send it through email.
Okay. Does it matter the time or can it be any time?
Just make sure that it's a reasonable time between when you have your event planned and when you're trying to get in the allocation form. But if there's no more questions, then that pretty much completes how to do this form.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. This will be the second form that you're going to fill out when requesting for an allocation. So just make sure to submit this form 4 weeks prior to the date of your event. So right here, this is basically just going to be the best ways for contacting you. So what's a good name to put down?
Melanie Taylor.
Perfect. And then what's a good contact phone number?
727 123 4567.
Okay. And then a good email?
madhatter@gmail.com.
And then this is basically just going to be the organization. So what's the name of your club?
The club name is the Mad Hatter Society.
Okay, sweet. And then the title. So basically this is just going to be your title in office. So you might be a senator, you might be the president of the club, or possibly even the vice president. What's your title so that I can write it down here for the club?
The Grand Hatter.
And then this is basically going to be the event title. What's the title of the event?
Silly Hat Day.
Okay. And then the event date that this is going to take place?
November 22nd, 2020.
Okay, sweet. And then what is the desired student learning outcome that you hope to achieve from this event? So what do you wish students to leave with this event? Possibly what piece of knowledge do you want them to leave with after attending this? What do you hope for them to learn after this?
Okay. Does it matter how long it is, or does it just have to be a couple sentences?
Yeah, no, so there's not a specific amount of number how long it has to be. As long as you just make sure that your reasoning gets across clearly, and that others who are reading this are going to understand what you hope to see from this event after students leave, as far as learning goes.
Okay, so I would say that we hope that the students will express their individuality, and then also being able to get in touch with their creative side as well.
Okay, so we hope students will leave with a better sense of their creative side as well as individuality. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. And then what is the target audience you're trying to reach? So possibly this might be from your last form, for example, the student body, or possibly even the staff or faculty. Or maybe you might even narrow it down to a certain type of students. Is there someone specific or that you're trying to reach out to the audience?
I would say all students and faculty.
Okay. Okay, and then how will you evaluate and measure the success of the achieved learning outcome? So this might be put out or measured by possibly the prizes that you're giving out for those who show what they learned, or this possibly might be measured in a different way as well.
Okay, so since we're going through a pandemic right now, we're going to be doing it over Zoom, and then we'll be doing a Kahoot, and then through the participants, it'll give us a specific number, and then certain people will be able to earn prizes.
Okay. So So students' success will be measured by those who participate in a raffle for the prize and show what they know.
Yes. What is the outcomes dictionary? I just saw that.
Yeah, so sometimes that's filled out and sometimes it's not, but you can just leave that blank as long as you make sure that you fill out the evaluate and measure the success. So just make sure that those who are reading this, once they read this allocation form, they understand your goal of what you want the students' success to be measured as. As
Okay.
long as that part's filled out, then you should be good.
Okay.
And then this one is basically asking what's your plan for promotion. So possibly if, for example, right now, since we're in the middle of a pandemic, your promotion plan might be through email or through social media, or possibly even through word of mouth if you know friends in the school that you're attending. Or if you were in school, you possibly might hang up a graphic or even tell your teachers about it. So what's your plan for promotion?
I would say our two biggest ones are social media and then the college website.
And then this one is basically just going to ask your supplies that are necessary for this event. Usually the supplies or food are most likely going to be listed if you are needing something specifically from the college to provide. Is there any supplies that you needed from the college?
Does this also include the prizes?
No, so the prizes are going to be used with the allocated money that you're requesting. This will be the supplies that you're needing from the college or any food or any other brief descriptions.
All right, then no, I don't think we will be needing supplies.
Okay. Usually that's filled out with in-person events mostly.
Okay.
And then this is basically going to be where you fill out the allocation request. So your quantity, the description, the unit price, and the total. What's the quantity that you are requesting, or what are you requesting?
We are requesting 100 silly hats.
Okay. So there's the quantity 100, and then silly hat is going to be the item description. And then this is the unit price. So this is basically how much each hat will cost.
Okay, so $10 each.
Okay. And then the total
Would be $1,000.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't give you a chance to explain.
No.
I was in a rush.
No, you're good. We have to get this allocation form out. And okay, so is there something else that you were requesting, or is there only one thing that you're requesting?
They always have 3 winners at the very top at the end. So we'll be doing a first, second, and third prize of
Okay.
an Amazon gift card, and they're $25 each.
Okay, so I will say the quantity is 3. The brief description is an Amazon gift card. And then the unit price, you said it was $25 each?
Yes.
Okay. And then the total of all of the 3 Amazon gift cards?
Will be $75.
$75. Okay. Sweet. And then this is basically just at the bottom. It's going to ask you for the total that you're requesting for. So this will basically be the added total of the $1,000 that you're requesting, as well as the $75 that you're requesting.
Okay.
So we will put 1,075. Make sure that's correct. Yes. And then just to be sure, make sure you double check your math just in case, because it's always easy to make mistakes. And right here at the end, is there any other questions before we get to the end part?
I do not believe so. I don't have to fill anything out past the total, correct?
No, correct. So basically, after you reach this total, the rest is for the faculty and other administrators to sign and date and put their email for any contact information. So the rest, you do not have to fill out, sign, or anything. Everything above it, though, you do have to sign out. Just make sure that this is turned in 4 weeks prior to the date of the event.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. That works then. And after this, then you're all ready and set.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Good job, Melanie and Celise. Great job. And now here's the next step is, where do you go with this allocation form and the activities form? First of all, you can just email it to your student life coordinator and also the SGA president, and also CC your club advisor so we know that they're involved, and we'll double check with them as well that they approved it. And after you give us that email and we will look at it, we'll gather as the e-board and we'll discuss it. We'll look it over. If the event you're having is allocated for $1,000, but then there's other events that are similar to yours, but they're allocated for about like $800, we're going to go back to you and say, hey, how about you have it similar to the other prices of the other events? And we'll talk it through, we'll hash it down, if there's anything discrepancies or anything, just watch Lisa's explanation of the whole form. She goes over it very well, and you want to really, once that happens, we'll get back to you in about less than a week usually. You'll be talking about it in the SGA meeting, and we'll bring it up. We'll tell you ahead of time that we're going to use that as one of the talking points. After we bring it up into the SGA meeting, we do a vote, and if your allocation gets approved, then it's going to be moved towards our student life coordinator will be able to then purchase whatever you allocated for. So after your allocation gets approved, contact your student life coordinator, and then you move on to that. And also, again, your events, try to plan them out 4 weeks in advance, like Celeste said. And also, we're here to help you. We're here to help support you. Feel free to talk to any e-board member at the SGA or even the student life coordinator and also your club advisor. We're all here to support your ideas, and we love to hear more about your cool ideas. Thank you very much, and contact any one of the people that I just mentioned. Thank you.
All right, so thank you, Dorian, Celeste, and Melanie. That was super awesome, great information. I feel like I really don't have anything more to say. So hopefully y'all can take this information and go out and use it to create some super awesome events. Thanks so much for watching.